What's up, fellow YouTubers? It's your sexy goth bad boy, KINGCOBRAJFS, back at you with another cooking video. So what I will be attempting to make today, besides some sexy big biceps, what I'll be attempting to make today is some stuffed crust pizza. But you've already done that on your channel. Well, I have, and it always hasn't turned out the greatest. I feel like, okay, maybe it could be better. So I'm going to try to make it better. Let's try a method of making stuffed crust pizza that actually works. You bite into the crust and the cheese just oozes out like it's supposed to. So we're going to need to make a little 3-meat deal. I'm going to show you how to make a really easy 3-meat stuffed crust pizza. And you can have a little bit of fun with it. You know, want to stuff some bacon into our crust and put the bacon on top of the pizza. So, yeah. Don't know how the fuck it's going to turn out, but I went to the grocery store earlier, and that's greatly appreciated. Let's see what I can do here. We'll throw together something, and like I said, I have no idea how it's gonna taste, how it's gonna look. But I am gonna try to attempt to make a delicious pizza. Get the oven preheated to 420 degrees so we can cook it for 18 minutes. Pepperonis, hamburger, bacon. There you go. You've seen me do this before. I cook up the burger and I cook up the bacon. I might cook the bacon up first and then the beef patty, or the beef patty first. It don't matter which one I cook up first. A cooking with Cobra segment. Oh joy. I can hear the haters going, yawn. Another pizza video, really? Ugh. Can't you cook something else besides pizza? There's a reason why I like eating bacon, cheeseburgers, and pizza, because 1, those are my 2 favorite foods, and 2, they're easy to make. You know, and it's not like you're stuck with the same old, same old. You can switch it up a bit, man. I'm actually got a batch of wands I'm working on right now. I got the leather wrapped around them, glue drying. As soon as the glue's done drying, I'll trim the excess off the leather, get them podged. And once they're done drying on the podge, we'll get them listed on Etsy. I literally have 15 wands going up on Etsy, so there you go. Smoking some delicious cherry pipe tobacco before I get this shindig started. So how are you gonna make this stuffed crust pizza? Well, I could try rolling mozzarella sticks, string cheese, and a strip of bacon, or some bacon, on top of those 2 things, and then roll it into the crust. Now we're gonna have to pre-cook the bacon, obviously, and also microwave the mozzarella sticks. But that's a mild step in comparison. I think the final product will look good on camera. Yeah. We're going to make some dank-ass pizza with ingredients you can buy at your local Walmart. Not a sponsor. And I try to go for the cheapest and whatever's on sale because saving money is nice. Black Label is a off-brand of Harnell, and they make bacon, and it's the cheaper bacon at Walmart, but it's still pretty good. Black Label thick cut bacon, you can't go wrong with that. Got you on the cell phone here, making a cooking video. You can see my new gaming chair in the background. That'll make for playing Grand Theft Auto 5 a bit more comfortable. I had no problems dragging my computer chair to the living room to play video games, but my friend Shauna was getting rid of that chair. She was going to give it away for free. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly clean, you know. She got a new couch and she had no room to put it in her living room. It was one extra chair she didn't need. So, you want it? I'm like, yeah, I'll take it off your hands. I mean, I've sat in that chair how many times? It's very comfortable. But I definitely have enough chairs in my apartment. I got the futon and the chair right there. That's enough. I don't want my apartment getting too crowded. Well, I got the Hell's Advocate album cover done. I didn't like the way it looked before because you couldn't really see the title of it. And, so I redid it. I put a big old blood patch in the middle with... Yeah, that looks cool. I like that. Speaking of Hell's Advocate, I gotta share with you some interesting irony. I think you'll appreciate this. I certainly did. Any of you who know me, you know that I love bell and clock towers. That's just my thing, you know? And I recorded a song called Smoking Cannabis in the Clock Tower. It's a song I wrote about getting high up and high in my dream house's clock tower, you know? Even though I haven't built it yet, it's the concept of it, you know? Weed being legal in Wyoming and smoking hella good weed up in my clock tower. Sitting up there in the belfry, getting that hot box to shit and back. Yeah. Well, for the opening of the song, I wanted some bells to play out to represent my clock tower's carillon when I build it and that sort of thing. So I took a sound sample from a YouTube video. A couple months before Notre Dame caught fire, I used a video of the very same cathedral playing some smaller bells. And I stumbled across it the other day because I was looking up bell tower videos and I recognized the bells being played. I'm like, hey, that sounds like the opening to my song. Wait a minute. And then I scrolled down to see what church it was, and sure as shit, it was Notre Dame. And I'm like, now ain't that a kick in the Asperger's? A couple months later, that fire happened, and miraculously, those very same bell towers are saved. The bell towers were unscathed by the fire. The pipe organ was also saved, but everything else kind of, Not too many of the artifacts were burned, so it wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse. But I'm just saying, YouTube, that's kind of weird, you know? I'm not a churchgoer by any means, but I like bell towers and clock towers, you know? And just a couple months after recording that song, you know, which I thought was kind of cool. I'm like, yo, hold up. I gotta play it now. before we get the cooking video started. I still got like 1 or 2, maybe more songs to record. The next song I want to record for my album is called Demon Wings. I'll get to that when I get to it. But here's a song that I know I'm not going to get copyright for on YouTube. That's all you're going to hear of that, YouTube. I played the song all the way through a couple times just to get people hyped for the new album, but yeah. Now recording a song called Hell's Advocate and then using, you know, like, I don't know, dude. I tend to think that's probably God saying, hey, he's tired of Catholics molesting little boys, and so he wants to make his point known by setting fire to the church. I don't know. That was a really shitty joke that I made when the fire did happen. I was like, well, maybe God's pissed because you're touching his children inappropriately. You sick bastards. That's what gets me about Catholics, though. Like the ones that hate homosexuals and shit. Like, really? Have you seen the pink capes you're wearing, for one? And two, really? I think that you'd be more against hurting innocent children than you would be against homosexuals. I mean, logically that makes sense. Hurting or hating, whatever the case may be. But lo and behold, of course, I gotta get that stove turned on. I've been using my burger pan to fry up French fries. So there's gonna be a little bit of oil in that pan already. I'll go ahead and turn the oven on to 8 so it gets the hottest. There we go. Got the oven turned on to preheat to 420 and got the stove turned on to 8, so this will get the heat going. We got a couple seasonings we'll use for our pizza throughout. Your Tony's seasoning, Smokey D honey chipotle barbecue rub, Slap Ya Mama Cajun seasoning. And of course, for our meats, we're going to use a Payne County Rust all-meat seasoning. This will give our pizza the extra, you know what I'm saying. I have a little bit of pizza sauce left in my last jar, so I'll be using that first before I open the new one. That way it doesn't go to waste. So yeah, we'll see how this turns out, YouTube. Like I said, you know, We'll just see how it turns out, shall we? Yeah, because I'm the one eating it, I don't care. Let's get this shit rolling. I'll wash my hands real quick. Alright, so the first thing we're going to need is a bowl to put our bacon and our burger in. So once it's cooked, we can have, you know, a bowl or something. Actually, all my bowls are dirty. I need to do dishes. I'll do that here in a bit, because this is my last plate, so I gotta I'll use it to plate up. I'm not going to be worried about that plate specifically, because that's just going to be our serving plate for our ingredients. If you're going to put burgers or bacon on a pizza, you know, you're definitely going to want to pre-cook it. We got some great value beef burger patties, 75% lean, 25% fat. And we're going to use one for our pizza here. Now, of course, you know all about that frozen game. These are frozen, pre-formed. They're pre-formed, they're frozen. Which, you know, if you like forming your beef by hand, that's cool too, you know. But sometimes having them frozen just makes it easier to cook. Alright, so for our seasoning, we're going to just put a combination of all 4 of these. We got 3 meats, 4 seasonings. How do you like them apples, YouTube? Now this is our Rust County meat seasoning. There we go. We want more of that than we want anything else, because that's good seasoning, man. Put a pinch of that Slap Yo Mama. A pinch of that honey chipotle barbecue rub. And a pinch of Tony's. Let's scooch the camera here so we can pinch of Tony's. Now I can mix all 4 of these seasonings into the cup, so this will make seasoning everything a little bit easier. But now when we go to put our patty in the pan, we want to take that paper off, throw it in the garbage, drop it seasoned side first. Of course, I've been using butter and vegetable oil to make French fries in this pan, and that vegetable oil has the same combination of seasoning. So, yeah, why not? Throw on a pinch of Tony's, beautiful. Just beautiful. Some of that Rust County meat seasoning. A pinch of Slap Yo Mama Cajun. And some of that barbecue rub seasoning. Oh, look out. There we go. Alright. And while that's cooking up, we're going to mix up some seasoning for our pizza, pour in some more Tony's. We got the Tony's, and then we mix it with the all meat seasoning. Get a good mix of that in there. And this will make it easier for us to season everything up. And anything we have left over, I'll just dump back into the Tony's container. Alright, so take you in real quick. Right here you got, my hands are a little bit dirty from the pipe ash, but who cares? I'm cooking it. It's for me, I'm cooking it, so I don't mind. Okay, now we got our seasoning. We're going to take it and just stir it around like that, give it a good mix. There we go. Here's our burger patty sizzling up. I'm going to give it a flip. Now here's the thing of it. I'm not worried about cooking this patty all the way through because it'll get cooked up in the oven when I put it on the pizza. So if it's a little bit medium rare, yeah. Cooking with Cobra. Yeah. Do 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 do. Well, if we're gonna do the Invader Zim. Do 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 do. Not gonna take us too long to fry that up. Now that burger grease is gonna mix in with that vegetable grease, the vegetable oil, and that butter. And that's going to be the base we cook our bacon in. Ooh. And that's just barely cooked. That's what we want for our pizza because it'll cook more in the oven when we put it on the pizza. So this is what makes the process go a little bit quicker. Alright, so this is why I pre-mixed the seasoning up in that lid, because now we're going to add some bacon to our mix. That beef smells good. Okay, let's get this, there it is, folks. All right. There's a reason why I charge 20 bucks for my wand, $24 for my wands. Because as it turns out, YouTube, as it turns out, a roll of leather is like damn near 10 bucks a pop. That's ridiculous. Got a little bit of grease on my stove here. That's easy enough to clean up. It's kind of clean as I go, you know. So if I buy 2 rolls of leather, that's literally almost the price of a 1 wand. I'm just saying. I'm going to turn that down to simmer for a second while I get this bacon opened up. Bacon. Alright, so now what we're going to do is cook up some bacon for our delicious pizza. Take a piece, tear it, drop it. gonna scooch these pieces over. That way we can use all of our pan space. Beautiful. Alright, I'll wash my hands real quick. Put this back. Oh baby, listen to that bacon sizzle. Who doesn't love bacon? I mean, if you're a vegan, then don't watch, amigo, because this video is definitely not for you. Alright, so we got some of our trusty seasoning mixture, and we're going to go ahead and sprinkle it. Take a pinch and just sprinkle it all over the top of our bacon. There we go, we don't want too much. That looks beautiful. Alright. Get the seasoning all over my hands, but that's alright. But hold up, this spatula needs to be washed. So I want to, there's the oven letting us know. But check this out, YouTube. Let me tell you something. I had a fan send me a brand new spatula. And I do appreciate that, whoever sent that, so thank you. So we're going to break in the brand new spatula that the fan sent right here. Appreciate that. By flipping this freshly cooked bacon. Oh, let's give it a flip. Give it a flip. Look at that, YouTube. Flip. 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 Probably got some of that seasoning cooked onto the pan too, but that's alright. That is alright. Now what we can do is we can scooch all this bacon to the middle of our pan so it cooks faster. There we go. Booyah, that spatula is officially broken in. Get you some. Alright, so I'm going to set the camera back down while we work our magic here. Let that bacon cook up a little bit longer, and then we're going to get our pizza dough ready. You want to make sure there's no pink in your bacon. That's what you're looking for. When you're cooking bacon, you don't want it to be pink. If your bacon's not pink, then it's cooked. The easiest way to cook bacon right there is to remember that rule. These pieces are just about done. You definitely don't want any raw bacon. Sometimes your bacon will curl on you. That's when you take your spatula and hold it down while it's cooking. It'll decurl it. Really take the edge of your spatula on the front and just hold that bacon piece down where it's curling, and that'll flatten your bacon out real nice. About the time we got done cooking our bacon, the oven's already preheated. Let's go ahead and turn that off. 3 meat, 4 seasonings, stuffed crust pizza that'll knock you on your socks, man. So good, make you want to slap your mama. I don't know about that. Let's not make any bold claims. Okay. I'll go ahead and set this down over here for now because we're done with that. I'll wash those later. Okay, so here's what we're left with. We are left with a delicious plate of beef and bacon. However, we need something to put it on. So, let's see. Hey, you know what? I'm using this plate. I use this plate to plate up my French fries. It's got vegetable oil on it. So I want to rinse it off real quick so I can use it for mozzarella sticks. Good God, I need to do dishes. I'll do them here in a bit. Alright, this is the feeding plate I used to plate up my French fries. Now there's a smell I'm familiar with. The smell of beef and bacon. It's just a wonderful smell, isn't it, YouTube? Alright. Well, I got 2 pizza crusts in here, but I got one that I haven't used yet, so I'm going to use that one first. Alright, YouTube. So right here, I have what I need to do this up. We got some TGI Fridays mozzarella sticks with marinara sauce. Right there. Show that logo. Not a sponsor. I'm not sponsored by any of the people that I use in this video. So let's see how many we have in here. Oh, we got plenty. Alright. I don't think we're going to need all of these for the pizza. So, put a couple on the plate to start off with. So we go over here. We'll put 7 on the plate. We have a couple extra we can eat for later, so that's good. We might be able to do a burger with these. Alright. So, we have our plates. We have our plates with the mozzarella sticks. We're going to microwave them up real quick. Put 7 on a plate just to make sure we have enough. If we have more, it's better to have more than enough than not enough, the way I see it. And we'll give that 2 minutes 34. We'll start off with 2 minutes and 34 seconds. And while we're doing that, we're going to reach over and we're going to grab our pre-made pizza dough. It can be Pillsbury or Great Value. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to open up our pizza crust, get it rolled out onto our baking tray. Pizza stone, baking tray, don't matter, man. Give it a poke, just enough to break the seal. Alrighty. I'm gonna smack it on the stove real quick. That didn't work. Oh, that didn't work. Son of a whore. Well, maybe I gotta cut it open more. There we go. Once you start seeing the dough poke out a little bit, you try twisting it, it doesn't work. Hold up. There we go. Gave it a good whack against the wall and it popped open. Now we're talking, now we're rocking. Now we're just going to take all that pizza dough out of the can. We don't need the can. We're going to unroll the crust just like that. Alright. We'll flatten that crust out. Well, look at that. 32 seconds left. Those are done. I put it in there for 2 minutes, 34 seconds, and like, I started smelling them. I look at the microwave, 32 seconds left. Here we go. Here's where we get freaky deaky with this. This is how we're going to make our stuffed crust. Okay, so we got our pizza right here, our dough. We got these pre-cooked because that's how we roll. Alright, so I'm going to place a couple of these around here. And, yeah, this is going to be rather interesting, I think. Yeah, those are good. Hell yeah. Just want to set the camera down for a second. And I'm going to take our, like I said, our mozzarella stick and place it around the outside here, just like that. So yeah, 6 or 7, that's more than enough. But we're not done yet. Oh no, no, we're far from done. Hold up, I need some string cheese. Say what? Oh, did I stutter? Mozzarella string cheese, did I stutter? You sure I didn't stutter? Alright, judging based off of this, we're only going to need 3, maybe 4. Alright. So now that we got our mozzarella sticks placed in here, now by the time the dough cooks up, you know what I'm saying, it's going to melt on the inside of our crust. At least that's the goal. I've tried using shredded cheese to make stuffed crust pizza, and you always gotta fold it around everything, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, it works, but eh. So what I'm gonna do is roll this cheese out, kind of like Play-Doh, and kind of go over the top of it. And you know, it'll stretch out, so fuck it. It'll stretch out when it melts in the microwave, so don't worry about trying to roll it out like Play-Doh. Just stick it on there and fold it. Yeah, no, just stick it on there. You only need like 4 for this to work. Yeah, look at that. That actually looks nice. All right. So take a look at this. Yeah, take a look at all that. That looks pretty good. But we're not done yet. Oh, dropped the phone. Hold on a second. We're going to take some bacon and we're going to put it on top of our cheese. We're going to take little pieces of bacon and we're going to try to stick it on top of our cheese. And yeah, this is looking pretty good so far, I'm not gonna lie. Bacon stuffed crust pizza. Now how about that? That is crazy. This will leave us with, how many pieces of bacon do we got? We got 2 left. Alright, so, oh shit, I dropped a small chunk. Oh well, fudge it. Fudge it, YouTube. We're gonna make, yeah, we're just gonna make ourselves a pizza. How's that sound? Does that sound good? That sounds excellent. Alright, YouTube, so here's what it looks like so far. We got chunks of bacon on top of those mozzarella sticks, on top of the, you know, the cheese, string cheese, mozzarella sticks, bacon. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, let's get our crust formed. And here's where the tricky part comes. Stretch it out. Let's stretch it out. And when we stretch it out, it's the goal is going to be to form a crust around it. Even though it's kind of moving around on me a little bit. That's alright, because we'll make this work. That's alright, we'll make this work. stretch out the first bit of it. Just start rolling it, man. Is this a stretch for making pizza? Kind of, yes. But, dude, come on. Now, rolling the crust is going to be the tricky part. Like, you thought putting the cheese on here was tricky? No, rolling the crust for this motherfucker is going to be the tricky part. You literally have to take your ingredients, and then you got to hold all that dough down. But roll it over 2 more times. 2 more times. Yeah, it's a good thing I used. Yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. The hairs are a crust. I see it. I see it. I see it. Okay, once you got the crust formed, I'm gonna take it, flatten it. You want to take all that dough, kind of squish it and tuck it. Squish and tuck. That's the key here. And this will make a nice little personal pizza, you know, kind of a little snack deal or whatever you want to call it. Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm scoring the dough by pushing it down onto itself all around. Yeah, I'm trying to form the dough here around the crust, and that's not looking too bad. If you can just get it to where it stays in place and it's wrapped around, then you're doing good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks really good, actually. So now you're going to be left with something like this. See all the little bit of mozzarella stick poking out the side there, but that's alright. That's poking towards the inside of the pizza, so it ain't gonna matter. I don't know, I'm cutting this in half and then eating it for YouTube anyway. So, now remember our tasty seasoning mixture that we made? Well, we're going to use it for our pizza, so we don't need a whole lot. There we go, just a little bit of that. Maybe sprinkle some on the outside of the crust. Let's squish that down. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. That's definitely enough seasoning for our pizza. Pour the rest of it back into our Tony's container. Now we're going to add some pizza sauce. We got some roasted garlic Parmesan Prego. This is the sauce I've been using to make my pizzas, which is good, but I got another sauce I'll be trying for another pizza, so that'll be good. Now we're just going to take all that sauce that we have in our jar here, dump the last of it onto our pizza. Actually, We might be able to get a little bit more out of that. Hold up. Shit. Yeah, just as I thought. I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough sauce to make this pizza, but it looks like I definitely do. Spill some on the baking tray. Hold up. Yo. Yeah, there we go. That's about as good as it's going to get. So I'm going to give that pizza a shake. Going to spread that sauce. There we go. Beautiful. Give the pan a shake. You can use a fork to do this, but I feel like this works better too. Looky what we have here. Look at that. Look at that sauce. All right, so now we can add our cheese. But it's already got cheese. No, I mean actual shredded cheese. Come on. Come on, YouTube. So, let's go over to, got some great value, low moisturizer, mozzarella. So on top of our sauce, we're going to put our cheese. Yes, please, with that cheese. Spread it around on top. Maybe do a little bit extra around the sides. Because that crust is pretty thick. So I'm going to go ahead and even things out a bit. Put a nice healthy sprinkle of cheese on there. Go ahead and spread it out just a bit. Oh, that is beautiful. Take a look at what we have so far. We have right there, you can see cheese on there just like that. I left a little bit of that crust around the outside. There we go. So let's add some meat to it, shall we? We might add more cheese to the top of it when we're done. We'll see how it's looking. Set that to the side for a minute. Okay, so now we need some pepperonis. Same company that makes the bacon. That's what's up. Now these are ingredients you can find at your local Walmart. Not a sponsor. Or grocery store, whichever. Alright, so let's add some pepperonis to it, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pepperonis. That covers it. Maybe let's do 10. 9, 10, 11. Okay, just so it's an even number. One more. Oh, the pan caught it. That's good. 12. Alright. Now on top of our delicious pile of pepperoni, what we're gonna add to it is the beef and the bacon. So we got our 2 pieces of bacon left from when we cooked it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just crumble that bacon right on top of the pepperoni. Tear it up into chunks. Tear it up into chunks. Put the bacon right on top of that pepperoni. Okay, there's that bacon right on top of our pizza. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to add some beef to it. Now the same thing with the beef. This beef is actually cooked all the way through. There's no pink, barely any pink. Okay, it's a little bit medium rare, but that's all right. No, actually that's medium rare. Beautiful. And who cares if it's medium rare because it'll cook up more in the oven. So now I'm going to take the beef, which is cooked up. I'm going to take it and we're going to put it all over the top of our pizza. I'm going to use the whole burger patty for this pizza. Why not? So far that looks pretty good, YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna wash my hands again real quick. They're covered in grease. Bring this plate over that we used earlier. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and then I'm gonna dry them off. Give me a second, YouTube. YouTube, just the smell waffling through the air. It's the smell of beef and bacon. You can't go wrong with that. Alright, so take a look at that pizza so far. There's all that beef on top. Now to really just seal it home, I'm going to put a sprinkle of cheese on top of that beef. Just so it sticks better. Now, you of course could add Doritos to this if you wanted to, but I feel like that's optional. Again, I've never actually attempted to make stuffed crust pizza using string cheese or mozzarella sticks for that matter. So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. I'm hoping that this will be more what I'm looking for when I go to make this. I do hope that this is the effect that I'm going for. I mean, you can always order pizza, but sometimes making it at home for yourself is just as rewarding. Put just a sprinkle more cheese right there. Yep, that is a perfect amount of cheese. Now we take a look at this monstrosity of pizza goodness. I'm gonna kind of squish it down just a little bit, kind of flatten it out. There we go. Perfect. All right, so our pizza is ready to go in the oven. I'm gonna set the camera down so I can do this with both hands. Now I'm going to set the oven to 19 minutes because by the time I get the pizza in the oven, it will say 18 on the dot. So, timer. Right there, as soon as I got it onto the oven, 18 minutes. As soon as I got it into the oven, 18 minutes. Well, while that's cooking up, I want to take care of some of these dishes here. Nobody likes doing dishes, but I assure you it's part of the cooking process. And, you know, it's just good to keep your shit clean. Well, I had a serving plate right here that I could have used, but that's all right. That's all right, YouTube. The pizza is in the oven. We'll see how it turns out. No promises, though. Oh, look at that. My pizza cutter's clean. We're definitely going to need that. Turn the hot water back on. Oof. I need to get one dish soap. That's all right. Now comes the boring part. You get to watch me do dishes. Just kidding. No, but it needs to be done, YouTube, so I'm like, hold on a second. And nobody likes doing dishes, but guess what? They need to be done, son. And the sooner you get them done, the sooner you don't have to do them. That's just how I look at it. I don't have a dishwasher, so I wash them all by hand. Hot water and soap. And a washing rag. So if you have a dishwasher, at least you have a dishwasher. You want to bitch and moan because you gotta do dishes. I'm over here like, ha! At least you have a dishwasher, motherfucker. I don't know, like maybe you listen to some music while you do it. You know, you find some way to like, wriggle in, nothing broke. You find some way to like physically distract yourself from the aspect of doing it. You know, like, oh hey, let's do a cooking video. Yeah. I mean, we got 18 minutes, and that'll give us plenty of time to get a couple of these done. Like I said, I got a fresh batch of wands coming real quick. Like, you want a bitch because you gotta do dishes, but you have a dishwasher. Yeah. That's cute. Like, I have to do dishes by hand, and you don't see me bitching. Now we got 14 minutes left on that pizza. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm jiving at, YouTube. Like, yeah. Maybe a bachelor, but that's no excuse to have a pile of dirty dishes in the fucking sink. It just gets to a point where I have to do them, otherwise it drives me fucking nuts if I don't do them. I'll be sitting there like, oh, hold up a second. No idea how this pizza is going to taste, but I've certainly cooked a lot worse. When I say hot water, I mean steaming hot. If I'm doing my dishes, trust and believe, I want to want steaming hot water to go with the soap. Otherwise, how are they going to get clean? I made the point that I'm the one eating this pizza, so maybe some of my sanitary practices weren't the best, but I'm a bachelor, I'm eating it, so I don't care. If I actually serve this pizza in a restaurant, trust and believe, I'll be following everything by the books, by the code, you know? But I'm making a pizza for myself, showing people how I do it. You know, I mean, it doesn't require a whole lot to be a cooking video as far as I'm concerned, but at least I'm trying here. Nobody likes doing dishes, but they have to be done. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes, baby. Oh, that sink's definitely empty. Two more things to wash, and the things that are on the counter right here are just going to go in there like that. Yeah, that works out beautifully. All right. Okay, a couple of spatulas, a knife, and 2 plates. That's pretty mild. All right, YouTube, we got 8 minutes left until that pizza's done. So I'm gonna dry my hands, and yeah, I'm gonna put this burger pan over here for a second, so I can wipe up this grease on the stove. Holy crap! Hold up, Batman. Why does the food I like to eat, why is it always so greasy when I cook it? That's alright. That's quite alright. Alright. Stove is cleaned. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, put the pan back over here, just like that. Awesome. Okay. So now we got about 7 minutes until that pizza's done. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. Alright, I can get down with that, YouTube. That's not looking too bad. I can get down with that pizza, I guess. I don't know how it's going to taste, but we're about to find out. I got about 7 minutes left. And, pack some cherry pipe tobacco and smoke it up. So here I am attempting to make stuffed crust pizza once again with bacon. Only this time I used actual string cheese, mozzarella sticks, and instead of just shredded, you know. Well, let's see how it do. We'll see how it do in a minute. Got the dishes done, stove's cleaned off, pizza's in the oven. Okay, now let's sit down, enjoy some pipe tobacco, relax for a minute, and we're gonna wait and see when that pizza come out. I mean, you could literally cut that in half for 2 people and you each get a slice. I mean, if you wanted to be nitpicky about it, you could cut it into 4 slices, but yeah. This would be a long-ass cooking video to upload to my desktop. But it shall be worth it. Stuffed crust pizza, nice to meet ya. Don't really have any pop to wash it down with, but I'll wash it down with some water. That's perfectly fine. Like I said, I didn't get a whole lot, just enough to get me through until I get my wands done. So now we're just going to sit here and wait patiently. I'll go check on the time. Well, we got 2 minutes left. Now when it beeps and all that good shit, I'm gonna go take it out of the oven and try setting it down on my table here. And yeah, we'll cut into it and have a slice. I'll cut it into 4 pieces and we'll have a slice of it and see how it does. And if it turns out really good, then cool. I discovered something great and took you all along for the journey, YouTube, so you can see for yourself how easy it is to make. One minute left. Lurdy-dur. Lurdy-dur, YouTube. 1 minute left. I guess we'll call it making dank ass pizza. Or just call it making dank pizza. We'll call it that, yeah. Making dank pizza. There's the buzzer. 1 second, YouTube. I'm gonna grab my oven mitts and take it out of the oven. Timer off. Oven off. Just enough room to sit it down on my table. Alright, YouTube, let's get a glance of this pizza fresh out of the oven. Got it sitting on my table here. But there it is. Some of that cheese bubbled just a little bit. Sitting underneath all them ingredients. This is what you get when you cook it at 420 degrees for 18 minutes. This is what your pizza is going to look like. Nice golden brown crust every time. So right now I'm cutting into it with the pizza cutter. I could cut it into 4 slices, but I'm feeling kind of lazy. I'm gonna still do it anyway because it's, you know, there we go. There's one. 4 slices, baby. Let's get it. If you like the cooking videos, subscribe for more. Got one hand on the camera, one hand on the pizza cutter. So now I gotta cut this delicious pizza into 4 delicious serving sizes, slices, whatever you want to call it. Now here's a piece of that beef that was cooked with the pizza. Yep. That definitely cooked all the way through. Oh yeah. That beef is seasoned just right. So I want to grab a slice of this, get it on a plate, get some water. It didn't fall apart too bad, actually. That stayed together pretty good. I can get down with that. Go ahead and put this in the fridge for later. So we got, here's our slice of pizza. Make some room. Grab ourselves a cup of water and let's see how I did, YouTube. So we cut it into 4 slices, as you've seen. And, oh, it looked like it stayed together pretty good for the most part. Although you want to be careful when you're doing this because you don't want to stretch your crust out too thin. Otherwise, your pizza ingredients will just collapse on the bottom. So keep that in mind. So here is our pizza all finished. Here's a slice of it. Let's get into it. Yeah, that's pretty good so far. I've had this combination of pizza before with the beef, the bacon, and the pepperoni. It's a good combination. The seasoning definitely works with it, for sure, for sure. Look at that cheese pull on the We're just about to our stuffed crust here. So here's hoping, YouTube, that I did stuffed crust right this time. The pizza itself is pretty good. But let's tear into that crust and see how I did. Oh, look at that cheese pull. Uh-huh. Yeah, this is stuffed crust done right. Look at that cheese pull. Look at it. Look at it. See all that cheese just coming out of the crust? Look at that. That's how you do stuffed crust pizza. This worked out so much better than my previous attempts. But that's the thing about cooking, you learn as you go. Fresh out of the oven. Yeah, there's like literally a wall of cheese just right here on the inside of the crust. Oh yeah, putting bacon in that stuffed crust, that's next level, dude. And making it with mozzarella cheese sticks and mozzarella string cheese. Yeah, this right here is delicious. If you don't make pizza like this at least once in your lifetime, you're missing out. Holy crap. And one slice is pretty filling for me, at least. Well, maybe because it's so good I don't want to eat it all in one sitting. You know, maybe save some for later, but... There you go, YouTube. This is how you make stuffed crust pizza. A little bit of grease action on that plate. Ugh. Well, now that pizza was just delicious, YouTube. Like, that crust was just jam-packed with cheese. And using mozzarella sticks or cheese sticks or both. Using mozzarella cheese sticks or string cheese, I mean, or both. One or the two, it doesn't matter which one. Or both. It don't matter. That definitely was much easier to fold on the crust than just using shredded cheese and sprinkling it around the outside and then trying to fold it like I had been doing. Yeah, that stuffed crust was next level, dude. You get the pull of that cheese, and then you get the bite from that mozzarella cheese stick, and then you get the bite from the bacon, and then it just warm, soft, chewy goodness. That was not over seasoned either. It was seasoned just right. I still drink soda pop on occasion, but not nearly as often as I used to. One, because it's kind of expensive, and two, you know, yeah. I'll grab another cup of water, and go ahead and wrap this Cooking with Cobra video up. It's amazing how pissed off you get when you're hangry. Well, from now on, that's how I'm going to do stuffed crust on my pizza. Either just using string cheese or mozzarella cheese sticks, or both, and just rolling it in the dough, because that actually produced a stuffed crust pizza like I was looking for. Tastes good, smells good. Yeah. Can't say it wasn't bad by any means, because that was actually pretty tasty. Well, that tasted pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. No real complaints for that pizza, to be honest. I almost stretched the crust too thin when I was making it to form that crust, but other than that, it stayed together pretty good. That'll make for some tasty eats later on. Now, would you be surprised to find out that a pre-rolled pizza crust from great value costs literally $1 and maybe 9-10 cents? So sometimes making your own pizza at home is a lot cheaper than ordering out. And plus, you get to put your own personal touch on it, which I think makes it that much tastier. I'll pack up some pipe tobacco and have a smoke after that. Pack, light, tamp, pack, light, tamp, and light. Pack, light, tamp, light. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching me make another dang-ass pizza. This one turned out perfect. I might have stretched it almost too thin, but it wasn't stretched to the point where I couldn't cut up a slice and serve it. So there you go. If you like the dank-ass cooking videos, please subscribe for more. And maybe we'll make a bacon mozzarella cheeseburger, cheese stick cheeseburger, huh? That sound good? Of course it does. That's going to be my next burger recipe. So stick around. And, yeah, if you're a vegan or going on a diet, don't watch this video. Anyways, thanks for watching the dank-ass cooking video. I'll catch you cool cobras later.